Hey guys, Robin Blanchard, and I was really happy to do this review for Dan and Ippei's lead generation program. So I am from South Louisiana, so I'm a Cajun, and I'm gonna try not to be too long on talking because I tend to probably talk too much. Anyhow, wanted to give a great review to Dan and Ippei's lead generation program. I started this program in January of 2020, so I'm at my anniversary of the program right now. And when I started it, I was working full time. A little bit about myself: I'm 59 years old, and I have been in the management director, marketing, and advertising business corporate world since I was 18 years old. And in my late 40s, I guess, I was really getting tired of the corporate world and actually the way that things were going, with a lot of the way that businesses were being treated, and as far as helping them to grow their business. And a couple years ago, I just happened upon an ad for this program, and I decided to look into it. And I am going to tell you, I wish that I had found it years ago before that, because this program has changed my life. And a year ago, I started in 2020, and then in 2021, I decided at that point to get rid of my full-time job that I had and do this full-time. I created my own business, and it has just steadily been growing over these last 2 years. It's phenomenal, and I'll give you some of the reasons of why I say this and why it's the real deal. Dan and Ippei's lead generation program will give you all of the tools that you need to do lead generation and create as much income as you need to. It's not easy. It's a program that requires, number one, listening to Dan and listening to the training program, going back and re-listening, re-watching videos. I still do it 2 years later. I will find that maybe I'm hung up on something that I'm doing in my business, and I'm going to go back into the program to see what I can, go back and find something that's talking about the particular issue that I'm having, and it is a continual resource. So that's the first thing, is to listen and pay attention to what they're saying. Number two is to commit. And this is real. This is not something like any of the other, you'll see lots of ClickFunnels programs out there, or lead generation programs, and all these companies want you to put money into it. This one right here is not going away. They are with you and constantly are being a resource for you to help you to grow your business. But you have to put the commitment and the dedication into it as well. So the training, listening, commitment to it. And number three is to your mindset. Have a mindset that you will succeed at this program, and you will succeed in your business, and it will happen. The family and the network with Dan and Ippei's lead generation program is great as well. We are a combined resource of information like none other out there. From the live streams that we have, which are weekly training and discussions, and role playing, lots of different things. Some things are going to take you out of your comfort zone, but that's okay, because that's how you grow. And you have to be willing to put that work into the program to make it work for you. The other thing as well are the tools that they provide for you. This is not just a training program. I have been able to create an agency like none other. There are companies out there, agencies just near me. I mean, I'm near Baton Rouge, and there are lots of agencies out there. And the amount of resources and probably money that they put into their businesses still doesn't even compare to what I've been able to do with my business, because I am helping local businesses to create the goal, to reach the goals that they finally probably been trying to achieve. And the reason is because I have dedication to them. I can create websites because of the programs that Dan and Ippei's lead generation program have easily. I can do lead generation and pull in actual customers that that I can show them the increase in their business, and they're like, wow, this is crazy how this is really working. You can set yourself apart from any businesses that are out there and really do a really good job with it. The other thing too is just the even if it's not the lead generation, it's that you're going to learn about SEO and exactly what that means and why it's important to a business. You're going to have tools that they give you, such as heat mapping, tools that you can audit a website, so that way you can show a customer just exactly what you can do to increase their business, to help their customer base, and to bring more money in for them. They're going to want to continue doing business with you if you follow this program right here. I'll give you an example of one of my most recent wins. And again, I'll tell you, 2020 is when I started. I've never given up on it. I've continued. I have had ups and downs. I have. It's tough. There are times when I questioned myself as to if I were doing the right thing or not, but I decided I was fully in and I was not giving up. Entrepreneurship is not easy. It's one of the hardest things you're going to ever do in your life, but it's also the most rewarding thing that you're going to do in your life, because you're in control of your destiny. You're in control of your financial, your mental, your everything, well-being. And to have that feeling is just beyond words. My most recent win, and it's an example of, it's kind of a mixture of a marketing / lead generation win. I was referred by one of my customers to a local jewelry store. This is a jewelry store that's been in business for 30 years, and they're very well known, and they're fairly successful in the area that they're in. However, they've kind of hit a little stagnant point, and because it's a local jewelry store, they feel like they're fighting against the big box stores now, and people are not necessarily recognizing them as a local source for high quality jewelry and fashion jewelry and those kind of things. So one of my customers referred me, like I said, and they called me, wanted me to go in, have a talk with them. So I did, and I let them know what I do, and let them know that my business is to grow their customer base and to bring in more customers for them. So I asked lots of tough questions, and the only reason I knew of those questions to ask was because I listened, and I listened to Dan in his training, and I listened to, putting people maybe in uncomfortable places, put myself in uncomfortable places, to have the confidence in myself to ask these questions, knowing that I'm going to give a good result if I can get the answers. Well, they did this, and I put together a plan for them, and they were wowed. They were like, okay, we've had some big television stations come in. We've had another agency come in, and they have nowhere near given us the depth of information that you have given us on the understanding, because I used heat maps and I did audits on not only their website, but I looked at their customer base that they currently have, and I was able to give them a good picture of where they could pull in more customers from. And so now they gave me their digital marketing budget. And for the first year, this year, I'm going to be probably pulling in about $30,000 off of the customer. And I know that I'm going to give them great results. So I know that this is going to be an increasing revenue source for me as well for my business in the years to come. And part of the program is going to be lead generation. And I'm going to put together, in the midst of it now, putting together a program that's actually pulling in customers that I've identified for them as their main source, which is engagement and a few fashion jewelry, older women, and that sort of thing. But anyhow, it was great because I actually had a customer refer me to them, and that felt good. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. I feel like even though it's taken me a couple years, I am now at the place where I have very real goals, and I know how many more customers like that I want to get. I also know that I want to increase my lead generation business substantially. And Dan and Ippei's lead generation program is giving me the tools to do just that. This year, they are doing even more. They're constantly improving their training. They're constantly improving the products that are available to us. And I love how they've started off this year with helping us to set goals and helping us to be able to achieve the financial and, I guess, mental and everything well-being of ourselves to hit the places that we want to be. So if you have any doubt that this program is not legit, I'm here to tell you, just get that out of your head, because it is. This program is worth every penny, and it will be the best thing that you ever do in your life. So thanks, Dan and Ippei, and you've been life changers for me.